My name is Luis Salgado. I am a director, choreographer. I am a human that came from the island of Puerto Rico and who fell in love with art because art became my freedom. Art became the way that I got to express and be myself, and that's me. I run a non-profit organization called Revolución Latina. It's been running for 15 years. When the musical In the Heights came to Broadway, I found myself in a really wonderful position, inspired by the people around me, people like Priscilla Lopez, Doreen Montalvo, Eliseo Roman, Lin-Manuel Miranda. And I felt like we needed to give that back to the kids that were still where I was when I was 9 years old. So we founded this organization. Through that organization, I came in contact with this amazing high school, with Laurie and Austin and the entire team. And I came literally during the pandemic to do a music video, and I fell in love with them, and it looks like it was mutual, because here we are in a wonderful little black box that has my name, and it's not so much about my name, but like carries my tradition of how I make art, this idea of making art with a purpose. So at the moment, the Luis Salgado Playhouse, it's been developed, as you see in some of the walls, there are pictures of me. It's so weird because I came in with my backpack the first day and I literally was like, hi friends, because they were all here, and Laurie looks at me and said, look up, and finally I look up and it's like, ah, like who would have thought, you know, my mom and my dad will be very proud, and my mentor and my teacher will be very proud. And more than anything from my history or what I've done in the 41 years of life I have, it's the idea that I get to share the thing I love. And we're building a space that ideally really will be a playhouse. Well, on Friday, it's the inauguration. I myself don't know what to expect, honestly. And so it's really inspiring. I'm just looking forward to sitting down and enjoy. I'm only here for 5 days, and I already choreographed 3 numbers for Once on This Island. That will be their next production. Today we're starting our 4th number. That is great. It's a goal that we're accomplishing, but that goal is done with a lot of educational process. So again, I come from the Caribbean. The show is about the Caribbean in many ways, right? Once on This Island celebrates 2 different cultures, 2 different communities, and you can do with that whatever you want. You can talk about rich and poor, you can talk about black and white, you can talk about Haiti and Dominican Republic, you can talk about political struggle, you can talk about religious struggle. And so it's a great platform for education. It's a great platform for inspiring these young kids to actually ask questions, to wonder, to not just sing the song because it's beautiful, but because they mean something very special. What are the gods? Are we honoring, you know, this idea of climate change? Like, people question it, but I don't know the answer. I'm not a scientist, but we should ask questions. And so when you look at the gods, what are the gods? Are the gods as we think of them religiously, or are the gods actually our Antillas gods, like the Taino gods, where the sun and the Pachamama and the Latin America culture, you know, the moon, the water were the gods, and the thing that is nurturing our life and our daily lives, you know, through nature, and that we need them in order to exist, are somewhat of a god. So it gives us an opportunity to do all of those things through dance and movement and song, you know, like more than anything, to ask questions. And so in these 3 days, I've done that a lot with them. And I've done it in a playful way, but today I'm doing it in a really intense, very intense way, because now it's going to like focus and discipline, you know, which they have, but I'm pushing it to their limit to see how much they can take it. And they were just saying, we love it, thank you. You know, so it's a fantastic space to be playing with. Personally, I just hope that I can be invited more often and that I can come in and play with this next generation of artists, because I want to play the rest of my life. And what a best place to do it than a high school black box theater, you know? So that's one selfish goal. For the space itself, I just really hope that it becomes a place where they are really safe to take risks. You know, that we don't just do a traditional way of making a theater because we think it should be done this way, but that in this asking of questions and utilizing their humanity, they get to make new theater. You know, that they can take Once on This Island and really be like, nah, it's not just I'm gonna sing this song, it's cute. No, let's dive into growing as humans through making this show, that we can risk in the most safe environment, because it's both a play, risk house, as much as it is a house where I feel comforted and taken care by my peers, my ensemble, my teachers. So that's what I'm looking forward for this space to become.